Hello, welcome to Life Cafe. The series is gonna be about me learning to play this keyboard. This is a very old keyboard of mine. I I'll tell the story. So I thought since I'm gonna make a series out of it, why not clean it up a little bit because it's very dirty. It's been here, though my brother plays it time and again, but I've not been playing. And since I'm gonna make a video and all, I thought it would be a nice thing to make it clean. I mean, look clean because it's old. I understand that, but then it still make the old things also cleaned up a little bit. I don't know how much of a change will it bring in terms of doing this cleaning. Will it really help? But then of course there are a few things here in this corner, and of course while I'm doing this cleaning, I thought anyways I'd have to give a little bit background about the series which I'm trying to make, and along with whatever I have had learned in terms of playing keyboard, piano, or musical keys, whatever you may call. So that's something which I want to put forward and maybe also share. So as I was saying, right, this is an old keyboard. I'm basically gonna not give away who I am kind of, and especially my background, my kind of like how old I am and all. I'll try my best, but then since I want to explain a little bit about the background, about what like I to understand, because I do believe people will be there playing along with me sometime in the future. I don't want any biases, so I'll try my best not to give it away, but then yeah, you may be able to guess a little bit of at here and there. I think that's fine. But anyways, as I was saying, this is quite an old keyboard. If you happen to be a music loving person ending up in this channel or series somehow or the other, which I think is highly unlikely, but anyways, you will understand that it's an old keyboard that is there. About the history, for me personally, I grew up in a society where music is quite prevalent, and then most of the people know how to play at least a guitar, for example. Even I started learning to play guitar while I was in my middle schools. I think may even be primary. I think it's middle school. So I played some certain sports, and then anyways, it's there out in my blog. So I played table tennis back when I was a kid. So I was challenging that. If I defeated him, he gets me a guitar. So basically that happened, and then I kind of like defeated him. I don't know whether he gave me the chance back then, but then of course I officially defeated him, and then he got me guitar. But I don't know what happened. I never really mastered it. Though I know the basics, though I know how to play, I know the chord progressions and all those things, I was never really a master of playing the guitar. Now, I even taught my brother how to play. My brother then was quite keen on playing, and then he started playing around like the songs of bands across the world, and he even played in the bands himself. So that was a different story. But then I kind of lack. I know the basics. I know the chord progressions. I know how the guitar works. I can't really play. I can't really play. I can play some few songs if I pre-learn it. I know how to press the keys and all those things. That happened, so I have the background on it. That was the first story, and then next is regarding this keyboard. Also, again, I kind of like urged that to get it somehow. I think by this time I was in high school by then, maybe higher, a little bit after high school, that is. Not too sure. Should be around like 2000s. Why am I saying 2000s? Let it be. But then it's sometime around some few years, not much after those years, when I get maybe 4 or 5 years after I have that guitar, I kind of like end up getting this thing. And interestingly, again, I kind of like make it happen, got it. This time in the keyboard, the role of my my brother trying to get the musical keyboard was quite high, unlike the guitar time. So it's much on his side, that much like it's a 50-50 why we got this thing, not purely because of me, but however, I end up not playing much again. I again know the basic, how the chord works. I even learned all how the chord progression works across all the keys. But again, I never really turned out to be good at it. Never. I just know how to play basics, literal basics. And then time passed, I joined my college, then I stopped playing totally. Guitar, friends were having, played time and again, but never really play. And keyboard I never touched again. That was quite a number of years then. Then after that, my masters came by. While I was doing masters, I kind of like got one keyboard, which I used to have it on campus, in campus rather. And then that also, sadly, I just have it. It's not like I played, I hardly played. Because one, it's very hard to find time to play that, and two, maybe it's not a priority. So I never was really good at it. So by the time I was leaving campus, I then sold it off to some people, some juniors who wants to, because I never really touched it, so it was quite new. So that happened. Basically sold it off. Then time to work came by. Started working, and then started working. After a few months, I think, of me working, I got another keyboard again. And not exactly another, same kind of keyboard which I had in this place, Mario Masters. I got the same one because I was quite liking it. It's kind of like affordable, and all the features were basically there, so I got the same kind. But there also again, it was never really priority. I hardly play, I just have it. It's just like a showcasing material which I was just keeping in the side of my room. So that happened. So after a few years, then I quit work and I planned to have a startup and all these things. Now here I am, and by that time I sold off that keyboard again. Now I'm home, trying to have my startup. Those difficult times actually, but then I've been wanting to do this video like a life journal kind of thing, and at the same time me learning to play keyboard is good. And then the point is, I'm basically starting from square one, but I'm not exactly a zero beginner because I know some basics. I'm like a 0.5 beginner. So if you are, I'll try my best to brush up some basics here right now, but then it will not be really worth, I don't know exactly, like a reliable, because I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you what all I have known, and then we're going to progress further on. The whole point of this series is me showcasing the growth of me learning to play this keyboard and mastering it. I'll try dedicating at least 30 minutes a day, maybe 1 hour if possible, but then 1 hour may not be exactly feasible sometimes, but at least 30 minutes of it. And then so basically I'll play, and then this is the first video. It's an intro, so I'm talking a little bit more. So beyond that, I don't think talking will be that much. It's just gonna be the music speaking, as if the music is great. I mean, I'm great at music, but anyways, I'll be singing along from time to time again as well. I'm not like a good singer, but I do enjoy singing. That is there. And now to just go on with the basics, basically. So yeah, this is the keyboard, and so every keys basically have like how many keys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna be like her, doing it raw, because the whole purpose of the series is just to keep out things raw, because I don't want to spend so much time in trying to edit or building up the video around. I'm just gonna keep it raw. I don't want to spend so much time. It's just for my live record, and also if people are liking it, it'll be great. And also a track record of how a person progressed through time in learning a specific skill set, which is keyboard in this case. Now, anyways, so there are like 7 keys, I said, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Yes, so it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it's a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So this is till B. From C to D is that one kind of like octave kind of a thing. It's modulating. I'm just turning that off. Now it's fine. So that is called one. I think it's called an octave, right? Yeah, it's an octave. No, yeah. I think it's an octave. Yeah. I'm just like learning as I'm speaking. Anyways, so that is there. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, which is exactly the solfa. If you know, it's called do re mi. It may differ as per the language which you hold, depending on which part of the world you are, but then on a very generic level, and the base level is called do re mi, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Oh, by the way, there is a finger pressing which was taught. So it's like this side of the hand, which is the left side of the hand, should press it like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 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 ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And the side of the hand which is on the left side should press do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now I remember we used to practice it like, oh, this key is dead. This is a dead key. That is one problem, because as I was saying, this is a very old keyboard. All the keys, when you press, if you're pressing it hard, it makes a very strong sound, but if you're pressing low, it will make a very soft sound. But then this is like, even if you press soft, it's like boom, because it's broken. So, which is gonna be one big problem along the way, but I will bear with it, because this is what I don't deserve anything better than this at this point, because I don't know anything. Anyway, so that is there. So we used to learn to press like this. Do, re, mi, fa. Oh, you should go coordination, but then I can't do that at this point. Let me try again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re. Shit, re, do. So that is there. I have not been playing this keyboard for at least 1.5 years, I think, not even touching it. So that has been quite some time, quite long. That is there, and then so as I was saying, so all the keys starts with C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's one octave. It's and then C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So it just keeps on going. C starts here, another C goes here, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. All the C's are basically the do's. C, do, re, mi, C, D, E. Okay, now that is there. Let me just check if this is recording this time for sure. Yeah, it's going. So that is there. Okay, now, so it's C, D, E, F, G. That part, I think it's like known to you. So as I'm saying, right, it's also kind of like a revision for me. Anyways, going back, so that is there, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now the C key goes like this. This is a C key. Okay, and then we used to press this is an F key, and this is a G key. So it's like C, F, G. Now, as I was saying, I'm slightly a 0.5 guy. I'm not a pure beginner, because I have some background regarding all those musics which I have experienced in my life. A C key works with two other keys, major, which they call major keys, C, F, and G. With these three keys, you can basically play many songs. And now also, if you have a C, C goes along with E minor key. Minor. It's just, let's consider the big key and a small key, so it's always a small key. Minor keys. I'm quite sound in theoretically because I know a little bit about it, but so I don't know, I'm not very good at playing ever, so I'm trying to master it. So this is my journey to mastering the keyboard. I don't know how much time will it take, but the whole point to capture all these things is to monitor and see how much time it really takes and expose it to the world so that people can also understand, have a good feel about how things work. I think to have these basics of how to press this keyboard and knowing the basic of C, D, E, the solfas and all may take 1 month if a person is very versed, maybe lesser, but then I think 1 to 2 months is somewhere around like normal case scenario, just an assumption. Maybe longer also, because if you see, for me it's so many years, literally. So many years. I've never been really very 100% focused. It's around like 30-40% focus. So if you give 100% focus, it should be definitely be different. Anyways, so this is a C key. It goes with an F and a G, and it also have this E, which is a small key, minor keys, and then F also is having a D, which is this minor keys. Now, if you have all this 5, C, F, G, E minor, and D minor in your, how did they say that thing? Not repository, in your skills, let's just call it simply, then you can play many songs, like beautiful songs. Like you can, if you have your transition right, it can be like very, very well played. Now the interesting thing here is I'm pressing it like this, right? One need not do that. So you can, so the way a simple pressing used to go is, which you are pressing this side, you are pressing this side also, so just alternate those things. Okay, now one very important skill which I have to learn is to jump correctly. Like for example, I'm jumping from here to here. See, I'm not jumping right. For some reason I'm not jumping right. I'm jumping right. This key is gonna be a big pain. Anyway, so I need to know how to jump right. So there will always be 2 keys in this case. Man, I need to really learn how to jump accurately. But anyways, that is the simplest way of playing a keyboard. Like this, you may not be able to play many songs because it's not that easy, but then many songs also can play. And it's also kind of like good for start. See, I don't jump right. I have to jump to the exact places. If you're jumping at a C, you should be jumping at a C as well for both. Now that is there. C, F, C, F, G. Okay. That same key, if you see right, this C is Do, Mi, So. Okay. And then this F is Do, Mi, So, Do, Mi, So, Do, So, Do, Mi, So, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Fa, Fa. This is like a Fa, 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 So, Fa, La, Do, Fa, La, Do, Fa, La, Do. That's an F. And right, that's a Fa, La, Do. So this Do is already pressed. Just change it to Fa, La. This is also an F. This is the Do, and this is also a Do. It's just changing this. It was like this before, right? So you're just changing this Do here. So which you can simply be transitioned easily like this. So it's Fa, La, Do, Fa, G, and you say fa, so, this is something which is very important to learn, is which keys are you pressing. You should know it in the solfa, which is, it's easier and it's more like, it will be better for you in the future also as well if you're watching this keenly, I think. And that's something which I really want to learn and be very fluent with. It's like so where was I? So I was in F. So it's like fa, la, do. So this fa, okay. This is an F key. Oh, sorry. This is an F key. Fa, this is a C, C, re, so, fa, okay. And then the G, when you say fa, so, same thing, right? So it's like so is your G key. What you can do is the same thing, is you just push this thing down. So it's like so, just press it this side, huh? Same keys which you were pressing here, you're basically, as we were doing last time, right? So it's like you're pressing these two keys. Instead of pressing these two keys, you lift it up, move it this side. The same thing, you see the placements here, here, and then here. So you just press it. So basically we're playing like C, F, C, F, now that is one. The other thing is, when you're pressing it E minor like this, right? Which is already there. So you're pressing this E over here, and then you're just moving like this, E minor. So that's basically do, mi, la, right? La, la. It's very important to get the tune right in your head, but then I'm also still not getting it right. This is an E minor. If you go to an F, this is a D minor, right? So this is a D minor, right? So this is a D minor, so that's basically do, mi, so, do, re, mi, fa, fa. Basically a D minor, which we can basically make, and then a D minor is going to be here. So no, the D minor comes at so it's like yes. So this is an F key, right? So you just move this way. This is a D minor. So basically, if you now play the tune again, so it's like C, F, this key, and then you have a D minor. You should be pressing this just because of this key is bad, not pressing it. that's the another way. So the first thing which we did was we know where exactly C, F, G, but then we both place those F, and G here. Now that is the second one. The first one was this. The second one was I'm very still inefficient with this part. Anyways, that's the second one. The third one, which I'm using it lately, I kind of like developed this after years actually. So it might take you some time to do this, but then since I'm telling you now, you may get it faster because due to the fact that I'm telling you. Sometimes it's just easier when people are like saying, I didn't know this, the concept of do, mi, so, and placing all those keys. I just used to learn it blindly. They just used to tell me press this, and you form a C key. So I never really used to know about how the keys were formed. So that was a major, learning when I kind of like realized that it's do, mi, so. Anywhere you press do, mi, so, that's basically the do of that. So see, I'm gonna basically try to learn in C keys everything. So that's the plan. I'll just check the recording again because of the space issue I might have. Okay, it's still going. Anyways, so as I was saying, where was I? Yeah, I'm planning to learn everything master everything in C. Before I used to try to learn everything in C, D, E, F, G. I was trying to learn everything in all those. I don't think that's required anymore because I can just master C, and then there's a thing called transpose, which we'll be speaking of as we go along, obviously. Where is this transpose key? Here it is. So there's this thing called transpose. We can change the key same place. So you can always, in the keyboard you can always transpose. So I think that's okay. So I'll just try mastering it in C. Is the plan right now, and then learning other keys is not that difficult. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, this is do, mi, so, and then so, fa, la, do, fa, la, do. All those things form the F. Do, mi, so form the C. Fa, la, do form the F, and then this is fa, so. All those things I learned quite late. I kind of like figured it on my own, but then by then it was kind of like years and years on of doing all these things because they used to just tell me press like this and then you form a C key, jump like this and then you form an F key, and then I was never really learning on the lines of the building blocks of it. So since knowing that it's do, mi, so, right? So we extend it into a larger picture frame, larger frames basically. So it's like do, mi, do, this, and then I move that so, do, mi, here. Mi, it's like do, mi, so, and then I press this extra key of C, and then also an extra key which I'm already pressing over here, and then another C. Makes it sound very big. So this is the plan. This is the plan. This is how I'm planning to play the keys to start off with. So basically right now, I think for quite a number of series we'll be just learning how to play rhythm, which is basically pressing like this. For a very expert keyboard player, which you might have seen, they will be pressing around, making tunes here and there, which even I don't know at this point. So basically this is rhythm playing. So now do, mi, so, we said, right? Do, mi, so, do, mi, so. Extra do, extra so. Now the same thing will be applied in F as well, right? So we said fa, la, do, fa, la, fa, la, do, and then we just play the same thing. So this is F, and then the same thing goes. Like a G was. So, the same thing, huh? So this becomes a C, and then becomes an F, and a G. Now the tricky thing is, I'll just the same thing of what we were doing over here. The E minor thing. Press this key, right? Rest is same with D. So what we do is same thing. Just this is an E minor. Same goes with F. What did we do? F. This is F, so we have to press this one. So in F, what is an F key? F key comes somewhere around here. That's an F minor. I think if you learn this thing, great songs actually, those with those 5 keys. 3 keys also, the 3 major keys. You can play a lot of songs actually, but then if you have the minors, so there are a lot more chords which goes into one key structures called, even I don't know much of those. I know the names, suspended, some, I don't even know. Let's not get there. Anyways, that is there, and then if you know this, you can play a lot of good songs. Now I will just play. It's been quite long, and my hands are also hurting because as I was saying, I've already recorded around like 30 plus minutes, which got just lost. Anyways, so there's a song called Dreamer by Ozzy Ozbourne. It was the first song, I mean an international song, which was taught to me by a friend of mine who is very good at guitar. He was telling me how to play it in guitar, but I did learn it post that in playing in keyboard. Now I will just brush it up again. How much can I play? I can't play. So let's do that. C, right? We'll play in C. Everything in C basically. I'm very bad at lyrics, so I may pronounce it wrong or make a wrong wording or something on those lines. So just here, like, ignore it. And I might just do na 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 at some point because I don't really know the lyrics and I just used to listen to the music of it. And also the fact that I'm quite talking a lot in this series, and I don't think this will happen much. I just hope the music will be speaking, because the whole point of this series is just me playing this keyboard, learning, and then just exposing that raw footage, unedited basically, just to keep track of how much time it takes me to do this, and also show the world that how things are happening in a person becoming a master in keyboard. I hope I become a master by the end of the series. I just don't know how long it will take, but then I'll try doing that the best I can. Every day I'll try giving around, like, how have I said this in this? I think I must have said it. There are around like 30 minutes or so. So basically that's the plan. Now let me play this song, and then maybe we can close this series with this, because time is running out a little bit. I've spent 2x time of what I was planning to, but it's kind of fine. I am kind of like excited for all of this. Anyways, let's play. Let me just drink water. Gazing through the window at the world outside, wondering will mother what survives, hoping that mankind will stop abusing sometime. The sun go down like everyone was. This is the point where I really have to learn, is when I jump. I just need to know where to jump. Like, for example, I do the C, I'm jumping to an F, I should be landing what? Okay, so it's an F over here, 2 steps away. Every time 2 steps away. So if it's a C, if it's an F, if it's a G, this key is very pain in the ass. It's literally pain in the ass, but then what can I do? Anyways, let's go again. One song. Okay, video happens and got cut again. I hate it. This is the first time doing it. It's taking me so much time than I thought it would take. So anyways, I was in the middle of that Dreamer song. I will just continue with it. So I was like, I'm just a dream. No. See, I lost. Basically Dreamer by Ozzy Ozbourne. Yay, thank you. Okay, anyways, this recording session of mine has been interrupted quite several times. I don't even know how I'm gonna keep the video, and I happen to find out the first video which I was recording. I'm just keeping everything like straightforward. Anyways, that is there. That's basically about it. I don't even know what to say now. So basically, this is what, as I was saying before, also this I'm talking a little bit more in this series, but then in the future ones, it basically will be music. I'll just be playing music, speaking as if I'm that great with it. So that is there, and then okay. So it will be the music speaking. I will not talk so much. I'll just be playing, and then I'll just be keeping up the raw footage or the uncut, because I don't want to spend so much time in trying to create those video and all. The whole point of having this series up is for me to gauge myself of how I progress, and also keep it out there for people to see how much time it takes, exactly takes for a person to really master a keyboard. I'm planning to master it. Let's just see how long how it goes along. Master a keyboard. Of course, I'm not a zero beginner, as I've said it before. I might be a 0.5 or maybe even 1, depending on how you see it, on a scale of 10. Let's say, for example, I plan to achieve at least maybe 6 or 7, maybe 8, maybe 10, why not? Anyways, that's the plan, and then let's see where it goes. So that's about it. I will be playing, I'll be using my iPad 3, it's quite old, which is charging right now. I'll be keeping up here, and I'll just be learning to play songs and all. I'll just be playing, as I was saying. That's there, and then apart from that, I have my website up, which is like lifelifecafe.net, lifelifecafe.net, wherein I am planning to keep up all this. This also will be there as one series, which is my keyboard series. I will have my meditation series and my workout series as well, which is just starting as I'm speaking. Literally all three are like the first batch. I will be keeping those. If you're interested in like go checking it, that'll be really nice. Of course. Then they basically, let's see how that thing also turns out. I'm quite excited with all of this actually. At a very personal level, I believe that's going to be fun stuff, and then I really hope it will help someone sometime in the future, because right now if I'm creating more content, I do believe that's going to be something which is worth something. I don't know how much would it be worth, but then that's going to be, I believe so, it will be a good thing. Now with all those being said, please do like, subscribe, or comment. Most importantly, comment. I think that might be good at this point. Sharing, of course, because I'm not exactly sure, because that's what everybody says, so I'm just saying it. If you do that, it'll be great. I'll be very happy actually. And of course, go to my website, check it out. And I think that should do for my first episode kind of thing. It's kind of like a very random, mixed up kind of like series. It's very still unstructured, but the whole point is that with all this thing, the whole point is at the end, the crux is to me mastering this thing. I will try my best to do that. I really don't care how good the video looks also, because my whole point is to master this. I just don't want to get carried away in all these things which I am doing, which I believe is enabler or kind of like a motivator in some sense, but then at the end, this is the thing. So with that, I think I will kind of like close this, and then that is kind of like a bye-bye. Anything else which I want to say? Oh yeah, I've basically more or less shared whatever I know. But this 95% of what I've known is gone. Like I might miss some things here and there. So I think from the next series on, we're gonna like the same. I do hope you play along, learn along, or like catch up, and then that'll be fun. I more or less have blabbered whatever I say. I used to know a little bit more than this, but then as I was saying, I've not been in touch for quite a number of years, so it's kind of like gone. So that is there. So I think with that, I will say